Hello, this is Dr. Anthony Fesmire. In this video, we're going to go ahead and check out position 2 of the minor pentatonic scale. This is the second video in the series on minor pentatonic scales. We've been focusing in on the A minor pentatonic scale, which uses the notes A, C, D, E, and G. Now go ahead and start off with our first position where my first finger is on that A note. So this is typically thought of as position 1. So to find the first note of position 2, I'm going to play the first two notes of position 1, and then the note that I finish on here with my pinky is a C note. That will be the first note of position 2. Now it's helpful to kind of look at the scales this way because our goal is to connect all 5 positions within the same key. To basically just use those 5 notes that I discussed, but all over the fingerboard. So taking the C note with my pinky, the 8th fret of the low E string, I'm going to play that with finger number 2. This sets me up in the ideal position for this particular scale. Now we could call this scale by a couple of different names. The A minor pentatonic scale and the C major pentatonic scale share the same notes. They're used a little bit differently depending on whether you're using them as C or you're using them as A, but they share the same notes. For example, if I'm using them at A, my music is going to focus more around the A note as a home note. So for example, these types of sounds. So I just ended on an A note. If I'm focused more around the C, still using the same 5 notes, there I ended on a C note. It has a little bit of a different flavor. You'll also see different chords if the music is in C major as opposed to A minor. Okay, so this could have a couple of different names. We might call it position 2 of the A minor pentatonic scale, or we might call it position 1 of the C major pentatonic scale. Okay, so I've got my second finger on that C note. Then I'm going to go to a D note with my pinky. On the next string, I'm going to play my first finger on an E note. Now my fingers are just lined up here in the individual frets, so that E note should just be very natural to play. I'm not shifting anywhere on the guitar. So C to D. On the A string, it's an E note, which is first finger or 7th fret, reaching up to a G note, which is the 10th fret, so that's a little bit more of a skip there. The next string will use the same fingering, so I'm using 1, which is an A note, 2, my pinky, which is a C note. Okay, so far I've got 2, pinky, 1, pinky, 1, pinky. 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4. On the G string, I'm going to play my first finger, again, this is a D note, to my 3rd finger, which is an E note. Now the next 2 strings, it's going to be a little bit awkward. I'm going to use my 2nd finger to my pinky for both of those strings. Now often players will kind of switch and they'll move their hand up and they'll play 1st to 3rd. You could do that if that's comfortable, but in the spirit of staying in the same position, I'm going to place my 2nd finger on G note, which is the 8th fret of the B string, and then reach up to an A note, which is the 10th fret. I'm using my 2nd and pinky. Same fingering for the high E string, which is going to be a C note with my 2nd finger and a D note with my pinky. Okay, so just to review through all of those again, I'm starting here on a C note, 2nd finger at the 8th fret. I've got C, D, or 2nd pinky, E, G, which is 1st pinky, A, C, which is 1st pinky, D, E, which is 1st, 3rd, G-A, which is second pinky, and C-D, which is second pinky. Now, as you're practicing this, just like with position 1, I recommend just doing the ascending version and getting really familiar with that. You could just do down picks for all of it. Now, as you get comfortable, start to use the alternate picking because there's only 2 notes per string. It's pretty straightforward. Every string is down, up. So here I've got down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Then as I get to the high note, I'm going to repeat that. So that it starts that down, up pattern again. Then my next step is to work on the descending version. Once I've got the ascending version down pretty well, it'll be a lot easier to learn the descending version.